How to control your days. When my father passed away in the fall of 2008, I was reminded of the power of rituals and routines. It all started in high school. Each afternoon when I'd come home, I'd head up to my bedroom to change my clothes for my after-school job. Before turning left into my room at the top of the stairs, I'd make a detour to my parents' bedroom on the right, where I'd inspect my father's nightstand for leftover candy. At night, while watching television, he'd snack on potato chips, chocolate bars, licorice, and other treats. It was like having a convenience store in our house. Thank goodness both he and I lived very active lives and had a fast metabolism to burn off all the calories. This habit continued after I went to college. When I'd return home during school breaks, I'd head up to my room to drop off my bags, and I'd make that right-hand turn at the top of the stairs to visit my father's candy shop. After his funeral, I spent weekends visiting my mother to help sort through his affairs. During each visit, I'd go up to my old room, and for months after his death, I continued to make that right-hand turn. Alas, the candy shop was gone, but the old habit was hard to break. As you can see, rituals are powerful. We must harness them for good and create the habits we need to control our days and win our mornings, and to put them in place for productivity and progress in life. The right rituals and routines make the right actions automatic, no matter how chaotic things get. I learned this from Epictetus. He teaches us to control what you can and cope with what you can't. Think about how this applies to your own life. If your spouse or boss gets upset, there is no switch to turn them off. If clouds gather and it starts to rain, you cannot wave the showers away. You can't control the external world. But you can control your thoughts, words, and deeds. When you do this, you can do remarkable things. You can write books, build companies, find the love of your life, lose weight, improve your health, and grow your wealth. It all starts with recognizing what is under your control. You can control what time you wake up, what habits you start the day with, what temptations enter your life, and what systems you have in place for dealing with those. You can control your belief in yourself. You can take more control over your schedule and energy than you might believe right now. And most importantly, you can control your morning and, in doing so, win your day. The most important ritual in your life is what time you choose to get out of bed, and the best decision you can make is to start getting up 15 minutes earlier. This will allow you to attack your number one priority first thing in the morning. Do not linger under the warm covers. That is for average people stuck in the struggles of ordinary lives. You are destined for greatness. You will not stand for failure. Heed the most important lesson of this book. You control your behavior. Your success is your personal responsibility. Take action. Do the first things first. Do what matters even if you don't feel like it. Get up and give your number one priority the focus it deserves for at least 15 minutes every morning. But what if you're not a morning person, you ask? I get it. There is something romantic about being a night owl. But if you look at the great authors, artists, inventors, what do you find? You may be surprised, but the common thread is that they got their best work done in the morning. The German writer, Goethe, for example, wrote that the morning was when he felt revived and strengthened by sleep and not yet harassed by the absurd trivialities of everyday life. Victor Hugo, the author of Les Miserables and The Hunchback of Notre Dame, rose at sunrise, drank his morning coffee, ate 2 raw eggs, and then wrote until 11 a.m. Beethoven, Schubert, and Mahler woke at dawn and composed until early afternoon. Van Gogh began painting at 7 in the morning. The great architect Frank Lloyd Wright did his sketches between 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. Dickens and Darwin did their best writing in the morning before taking long walks in the afternoon to fuel their creativity. And Hemingway, no matter how much he drank the night before, knew that it was best to write after the sun's first light. Even Stephen King, the American horror master, writes his chilling tales before noon. Getting up 15 minutes earlier than you normally do and spending that time working on your top priority may be difficult at first, but this is how you make big progress in your life. Your morning victories start with preparing properly the night before. You must have a plan in place to take action the next morning. The earlier you rise, the fewer opposing forces to your self-control, and the more momentum you'll have to overcome the inertia of procrastination. For example, here is my daily routine. At 4 a.m., I start writing session number 1. At 6:30, I stop for meditation, a dog walk, and breakfast. At 8, I do writing session number 2. At 10:30, I have a meeting with our team at Early to Rise. I exercise at 11 4 days per week, and then read and have lunch at noon. At 2 p.m., I do phone calls and read email. And 4 o'clock, I do another dog walk, I do my big thinking, and gratitude journaling. At 5, it's reading, dinner, and family social time. And at 8, it's bedtime. Now I know what you're thinking. How can I go to bed at 8 p.m.? It's simple. All I've done is shift my schedule ahead a few hours from the norm. When social events keep me up past my preferred bedtime, I do my best to remain true to my wake-up time of 4 a.m., and I make up for lost sleep with an afternoon nap. Working in these early hours is vital to achieving my big goals and dreams and leaving a legacy in my life. This is what I call magic time. Your magic time is where you can get 3 times as much work done as you would at any other time of the day. We all have our own magic time where we are more focused, energetic, and creative. For most people, it is first thing in the morning. Your job is to identify your magic time, to block it off, and ruthlessly protect it from others, and to use it to your advantage. Leveraging this powerful opportunity is essential to making big progress every day. Let me be clear, you don't have to get up at 4 a.m. You don't even have to get up at 6 a.m., although it probably wouldn't hurt. The key is to start getting up 15 minutes earlier than you are normally getting up right now, so that you can accomplish something every morning before the chaos of the afternoon sets in. Research shows that beginning your day with a victory puts you in a positive mood. This morning momentum leads to more victories and continued progress throughout the day. You also win your health battles early in the morning. Making time to exercise and choosing the right foods for the first meal of the day will help you make better decisions all day long. The right decisions will give you more energy so that you will be more productive, mentally sharp, and free from fatigue and even pain all day long. Your first victory sets the proverbial ball rolling. This first win is also the biggest win and one that no one can take away from you. That's why you must start early and control your morning so that, barring external emergencies, your day will go exactly as planned.